With the NTSB on the UPS crash there has begun.
To investigate transportation accidents, to determine the probable cause, and then to issue safety recommendations to keep those accidents from happening again. And that's what we're in the business of doing. As far as factual information is concerned, this was UPS flight 1354. It was on a scheduled flight from Louisville, Kentucky to Birmingham. The aircraft is an A300-600, A300-600F, and the F stands for freighter. The registration number of the aircraft is N155UP. And as has been reported, the aircraft crashed while on approach to runway 18 here at Birmingham Shuttlesworth International Airport. The NTSB's GO team arrived here in Birmingham. We landed about 11 o'clock this morning. We had an investigator on scene actually about 9:15 this morning who drove over from Atlanta. And today what we've done is just an overall initial assessment to begin planning the next steps of our investigation. But I can tell you from the preliminary information that we've gone out and gathered, from the initial ground impact, and bear in mind that there were tree strikes prior to the initial ground impact, but from the initial ground impact to the final resting point of the forward fuselage, which contains the cockpit area, that distance is about 200 yards. And then another 75 or 80 yards past that, closer to the runway, that is, there would be the part of the fuselage that contained the wings and the tail section. And that part of the aircraft, especially the overwing portion, was extensively damaged by fire. The tail section of the aircraft is still smoldering, still smoking, and for that reason we have not been able to get in and get the black boxes, if you will, the cockpit voice recorder, the flight data recorder, but the first responders are out there continuing to put water, fire retardant, on that section of the fuselage, so we are optimistic that we will be able to get in there quickly and recover those crash recordings.
You've been listening to a briefing by the NTSB out of Birmingham, Alabama, in the wake of this UPS Flight 1354 crash. It occurred this morning, early this morning, in the morning hours, on a perimeter road just around the Birmingham airport here. Basically, NTSB saying that this is still a smoldering scene, and they've had difficulty lifting the voice box recorders as a result. They continue to investigate. We'll stay on top of this briefing and bring you any new details as they become available.
NBC's Jay Gray is coming up in just a few minutes with a full report live on scene as well. We'll be right back.